Welcome to the Sunderland Music Hub's Big Sing 2021. My name is Steph and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Sunderland Empire today. We're so excited to have you with us. Now, usually on a Big Sing, we'd have an auditorium full of people from primary schools all across Sunderland singing and dancing and having an excellent time. But of course, this year is a little bit different. We're embracing technology and we're here coming to you in your classroom. Hello, I can see you there. So this is our fourth year of doing the Big Sing with the Sunderland Music Hub and we're so excited to get started today. Now let me tell you about the theme, because of course we have a theme every year. And this year the theme is Sunderland. We are celebrating everything fantastic about our musical city. So we've got lots of Sunderland songs and Sunderland artists for you today. Before we get started, let me just remind you to get those lyrics to hand. And if you don't have them, don't worry. We've got the website just here below. You can download them from there. Now, the best thing to do before we get singing is to do a little bit of a warm-up. So let me guide you through one to start. First thing we're going to do is a little bit of a body warm-up. So stand up behind your desks or wherever you are, and we're going to just stretch our hands up to the stars. Stretch up, even go on your tippy toes as well and feel that lovely stretch with both hands. Up we go and relax. Fantastic. Next, we're going to take our ear and imagine we're going to try and get it on our shoulder. So take your head over like that for a moment. Gorgeous. And back the other side. Nice. And again. Over. And over. Fantastic. Next thing we're going to do is bring our shoulders up to our ears. So bring them up like this and feel that squeeze. Excellent. And drop them down again. One more time. Up. Whoop. And down again. Perfect. And let's just give our shoulders a little roll, rolling them forward to start with. Nice. And back. Oh, lovely. And this really helps with our posture when we're singing. So now we've got all those muscles nice and stretched. We're good to go. Take your arm across the front, and just stretch your shoulders. And the other side. Fantastic. And one last reach up to the stars. Oh, excellent. Nice little body warm-up for us there. Now, it's really important as singers that we look after our voice. So the next thing we're going to do is a nice little voice warm-up to get those vocal cords ready to sing. So, this is an activity I like to call sirens, because we're going to make a sound almost like fire engines come in. So we start by making an ooh. Can you do that? Ooh. Lovely. Now, this activity warms our vocal cords up by stretching them and contracting them. So we're going to take our ooh and we're going to go up, 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 like this. Ooh. Can you try it? Do it with me. Ooh. Lovely. Now, after we come up with our ooh, we're going to take it down as low as we can go. Are you ready? Ooh. Very good. I could hear you. Let's do it together one more time. Ooh. Great. Not only is that a great warm-up, but it's also a great cool-down to help look after our voices when we finish singing. Excellent. Well, if that feels good, I think we're ready to go. And I'm really excited to introduce you to the first performer you're going to see today. Now, this performer is called Liz Corney, and she's so talented. Not only is she in the band Field Music, she's also in the band the Cornshed Sisters, who've written a cracking song during lockdown. This song that you're going to sing is called In My House, and it's celebrating all the lovely things we can get up to in our homes. So if you're ready, you've got your lyrics ready, you're feeling warmed up and ready to go, let's see Liz take it away with In My House by the Cornshed Sisters. Enjoy.
Bought the pictures and I put them up in my house. Light the candles and I read the books in my house. Play the tunes and I dance about in my house. Love lives here, love lives here. Share the food that we cook with love in my house. Sing the songs and we twist and shout in my house. You can tell me what it's all about in my house. Love lives here, love lives here, love lives here. Build a fire and we play the games in my house. Choose the words and we find the space in my house. You will never be without in my house. Love lives here, love lives here. Close the door to the world outside in my house. Pour the coffee in my favorite cup in my house. I'm on your side, we can hug it out in my house. Love lives here, love lives here, love lives here. Love lives here. My heart, my home, my heart, my home, my lock, my key. Bought the pictures and I put them up in my house. Light the candles and I read the books in my house. Play the tunes and I dance about in my house. Love lives here, love lives here, love lives here. Love lives here. It's what it is, not what it could have been. There's love even when love leaves. I make my own security. My home, my lock, my key. It's what it is, not what it could have been. There's love even when love leaves. I make my own security. My home, my lock, my key. This is what I'm saying, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, that it's alright, alright, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, that it's alright, alright, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, that it's alright, alright, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, is what you're saying, that it's alright, alright. Love lives here. Love lives here.
House was originally written and recorded by the Cornshed Sisters, who are an all-female four-piece band based in Tyne and Wear. Oh, it is so good to have music in our building again. Did you know when the Empire first opened in 1907, we were a music hall, and music has filled our building ever since. A little bit like our musical city of Sunderland, music's heard everywhere. Where might you hear music? You might hear it in the stadium, maybe even in the streets at a festival, or you might hear it at the fair. Which reminds me, next we have a song which was written a very long time ago, and this is all about young people going to the fair and having a good time. Now, when this song was first written, some people used to go to the fair in the hope of finding their future sweetheart. So, also, a thing to mention is that you might hear some areas of Sunderland mentioned in this song. Maybe some areas that you might live. I've got an idea. If you hear an area where you're from, why don't you wave your hands in the air when it's sang? So, without further ado, this is Rigs of Sunderland Fair, sang by local band Picnic.
Come here, you brave lasses, and listen a while. For Sunderland Fair we will make you all smile. And when the bright sun begins to shine, to Sunderland Fair we will then all incline. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away. Each lad brings his favourite lass to the fair. He'll buy her a fare, and when she gets down there, so fill up your glasses and let them go round among the brave lasses of Sunderland town. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away. They're from Downsales Alley and Robinson's Lane. At Sunderland Fair, let's they're playing a game. And when you will see them, believe thee it's true. At Sunderland Fair they will find sweethearts new. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away. From Southwick and Wearmouth I'll bring them in first, because I am certain that none of the West, they'll all get a fair in which I dare not tell. In a very short time they will not know themselves. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away. From Farrer and Hendon, likewise Shiny Row, and Hatton and Houghton, they'll not be too slow. And from Bishop Wearmouth our lasses will come, with their dandy new gowns, let's just see how they run. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away. From Biddick and Fatfield and Washington too, and the lasses from Hilton will not be a few. So come, let us forward as fast as we can, to get a blithe kiss from our lads everyone. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away. Now is the time for to finish our song. May old England flourish before not too long. We all have a drinking and day that is rare, when we go with sailors to Sunderland Fair. Come, let us away without more delay. To Sunderland Fair, lasses, let us away.
Thank you to Picnic for that fun rendition of Rigs of Sunderland Fair. Did you know all the members of Picnic met while studying either at Sunderland College or Sunderland Uni? Now, don't forget we're live streaming on Facebook and on YouTube, so leave us a comment below. Next, we have Field Music performing Jack, He Was a Sunderland Lad. Now, this is an old traditional folk tale telling the story of local lad Jack Crawford. Now, Jack started his life working on the boats until eventually he joined the Royal Navy. In 1797, there was a battle because Britain was at war. And in this battle, Jack was on board one of the Admiral's ships. Now, the Admiral's flag used to fly high and proud on the mast, and that would tell the rest of the fleet that they were heading to war. However, in this battle, the flag fell from the mast, which told the rest of the ships that they might be retreating or that they've surrendered. But our brave Jack climbed up the mast and he nailed the flag to the mast to tell everyone that it was full steam ahead. That's why we say, nail your colours to the mast. So next, I'm proud to share with you Field Music performing Jack, He Was a Sunderland Lad. Thank you to Field Music. Did you know that Field Music are a hugely celebrated Sunderland band and formed back in 2004? They were nominated for the prestigious Mercury Prize Award for Album of the Year too. Now, we've just been hearing all about Jack Crawford there, and did you know that there is a big connection with theatres and sailors? Sailors used to come and work in theatres when they weren't on the ships, and they used to communicate with each other through whistling. There's actually a tradition in theatre that it's unlucky to whistle on stage because that's how they would cue in pieces of scenery. So if you were walking across the stage whistling, you might get a bump on the head. So, next up we have You're Not Alone, and this is covered by Sunderland band Big Fat Big. Now, in the digital workshops with Laura and Ashley, you might remember the really cool body percussion activity that you can do along to this song. If I remember correctly, we stamp on beat number 1, we tap our chest on beat number 2, we wait on beat number 3 because that's when we start singing, and we can click or we can snap on beat number 4. So, this next track is really cool because it was actually a dance track released in the 90s. Maybe your parents and teachers might even remember it. But in this version, it's a really cool stripped back acoustic version, and we really hope that you like it. So, without further ado, I'm really happy to share with you Robin and Katie from Big Fat Big performing You're Not Alone by Olive.
In a way, it's all a matter of time. I will not worry for you. You'll be just fine. Take my thoughts with you, and when you look behind, you will surely see a face that you recognize. You're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time. Open your mind. Surely there's time to be with me. You're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time for you. Open your mind. Surely there's time to be with me. It is the distance that makes life a little hard. Two minds that once were close, now so many miles apart. I will not falter though, I'll go on to your home, safely back where you belong, and see how our love has grown. You're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time. Open your mind. Surely it's plain to see you're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time for you. Open your mind. Surely there's time to be with me. You're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time. Open your mind. Surely it's time to be with me. You're not alone. I'll wait till the end of time. Open your mind. Surely there's time to be with me.
Wow, after everything that's happened this past year, that message of You're Not Alone is a really powerful one. I hope you enjoyed that. It's made me really excited to welcome you back into the venue next year for the Big Sing. Now, moving on from a dance track to a traditional folk song now. This is The Lambton Worm. Have you heard of it? It tells the tale of John Lambton having to battle with a giant worm-like creature that causes havoc in local villages. Oh, it looks like the Future Heads are just ready to start performing this for you now. Let's watch and enjoy.
One Sunday morning, Lambton went a-fishing in the weir. He catched a fish upon his hook, he thought it mighty queer. But just what kind of fish it was, young Lambton couldn't tell. Well, he wasn't fast to carry it, yam, so he hoyed it down the well. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Now Lambton felt inclined again and fight in foreign wars. He joined a troop of knights who cared for neither wounds nor scars. Off he went to Palestine, where queer things him befell. He very soon forgot about that funny worm down the well. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Well, the worm got fat and growed and growed and growed an awful size, with a git big head and a git big gob and git big goggly eyes. And when it neat, it crawled about, looking for some news. Well, if he felt dry upon the road, he'd milk a dozen coos. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. This fearful worm would often feed on calves and lambs and sheep, and swallow little bairns alive while they were fast asleep. And when he'd eaten all he could, and he had had his fill, he'd crawl away and lap his tail 10 times round Penshire Hill. Wish lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wish lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Now news of this most awful worm and his queer goings on soon crossed the seas and got to the ears of brave and bold Sir John. So back he came and catched the beast and cut him into halves, and that soon stopped him eating sheep and bairns and lambs and calves. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wished lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Well, now you know how all the folks on both sides of the weir lost lots of sheep and lots of sleep and lived in mortal fear. So let's have one for brave Sir John, who kept being safe from harm, kept coos and calves by making halves of the famous Lambton worm. Wish lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wish lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Again. Wish lads had your gobs, I'll tell yous all an awful story. Wish lads had your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm.
Wow, wasn't that great? It's so good to see music and life back on our stage after it being empty for such a long time. Thank you to the Futureheads. I really like that they sing in their local accent, and that's perfect for a song like the Lambton Worm. So, we're almost at the end now. We've got one more band to share with you, and this is the Sunderland Music Hub Band, and they're going to be performing upstairs in the Dress Circle. Let's go.
We don't have a plan, just pack your bags and run as fast as you can. We held the future in the palm of your hands. I know you hear me, but do you understand?
Yeah, we've been making a scene. I'll keep on singing while you shake tambourine. Whether we're broke, whether we're living the dream, I see you laughing, but you know what I mean. I'm talking about the highs, I'm talking about the lows. I'm singing by your side, no way I'm letting go. I'm talking about forever, baby. I'm giving you forever, babe. It's yours. I'm talking about the highs, I'm talking about the lows.
away and we're old, and we run out of all that silver and gold. Will you still wanna be my someone to hold? See, I would tell you, but you already know. I'm talking about the highs, I'm talking about the lows. I'm sticking by your side, no way I'm letting go. I'm talking about forever, baby. I'm giving you forever, babe. It's yours. I'm talking about the highs, I'm talking about the lows. I'm certain that there's no other. It's banging on my heart like thunder. You know that I was made to love you the way I'm letting go. I'll be there through the highs, I'll be there through the lows. I'm staying by your side, no way I'm letting go. I'm talking about the highs, I'm talking about the lows. I'm staying by your side, no way I'm letting go. I'm talking about forever, baby. I'm giving you forever, babe. It's yours. I'm talking about the highs, I'm talking about the lows.
Thank you to the Sunderland Music Hub Band for performing that fantastic feel-good song by Emily Sandé. Emily Sandé is Sunderland born and is also the Chancellor of the university. Well, I can't believe it. That brings us to the end of our Sunderland songbook and the end of the Big Sing 2021. I hope you've had a fantastic time joining in and thank you for taking part. We'd like to thank all of our funders. We'd like to thank Sunderland Music Hub and the Sunderland Empire for helping make this happen. But most importantly, well done all of you for joining in. We hope you've had a great time and we look forward to welcoming you here next year for the Big Sing 2022. Thanks so much. Bye bye everyone.